Listen, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate the love. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning into the streams. Usually on these streams, we usually goof off, chill out. We do a big show, have a lot of segments and stuff. So if you're interested, stick around. It's going to be a lot of fun talking about World of Warcraft and everything going on.
We got a damn good show today.
Yeah, we got a slam jam-packed show. Ladies and gentlemen, middle of the week, how are we doing? How are we doing? How are we feeling about the state of Midnight World of Warcraft right now? Because the truth of the matter is things have been a little bit bumpy the last few weeks with this new patch release, everything going on. But I gotta say, I think one of the biggest bumpy pieces is actually class balance. I think it's the worst it's been in years. I'm actually not even kidding. In years.
No.
War Within was pretty balanced most of the way through.
It's not worse than like Dragonflight Season 2.
Buddy, that was years ago.
I don't care what you say.
What do you... No, you should. Because the timetable says. Lance, that's funny. Lance, let me ask you something.
Okay. When?
You, Moonguard in Goldshire. Or Goldshire in on Moonguard.
Okay.
One Worgen, one Evoker, and you. Who walks out?
I'm walking out after giving them the night of their life. Okay? I give the furry and the scaly the best night of their life. You hear me? I'm walking out. And I'm in one piece. And I turn them. I bent them into a few different pieces.
Oh, okay? Daddy! All right,
now,
let's get this guy out of here. Mega, what's going on? Good looking. How are we doing, dude? 20 stream streak. That's insane. Yo, Will, shout out to you. He goes, okay. How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? All right, we got a lot to go through, man. We got the news today. We got a forum freakout where we go through all the forums, see what's going on, all the drama. We also got a memory lane video to take a trip down, go get some nostalgia going on with that. We have the brand new Azeroth draft segment. You guys are going to love this one. You loved it last week. We got another 5 of those to go through.
5?
And we also have the Tales of Azeroth, where you guys send us in your stories on why you love World of Warcraft and how it came to be. We got a packed show tonight.
Just want to say one thing about the stories. Guys, just because the giveaway is closed, that does not mean that we don't want more stories. I did put it in the announcement today, but guys, we still want to hear your stories of why you fell in love with WoW, what keeps you here, you know, the whole shebang.
No, this is important. And we'll get more into that a little bit later. But without further ado, let's get into the weekly cooldown. Time for the weekly cooldown. Your full recap of everything that went down in World of Warcraft this week, from blue posts and patch notes to clash changes, leaks, and more. We're breaking it all down for you right now. Whether you missed a day or the whole week, click that Hearthstone and get ready, because this is your reset. It's true, ladies and gentlemen. I can't really stop what's going on right now in World of Warcraft. The truth of the matter is, though, I think everybody knows that this patch has been a little bit of a disaster. Lance, what are we thinking right now? I mean, Taliesin and Evitil, they're doing interviews? Who is that? Who are they doing an interview with?
That's Paul Hewitt.
Paul Hewitt.
He's like the head of Midnight.
Head of fucking Midnight, wow. And yeah, they're interviewing because yeah, things aren't very good right now, guys. Things aren't very good. Did you guys ever get to my video on that, by the way? I don't even know.
Mega, I've watched your video multiple times.
Oh yeah, that's lit. We should pull that up one of these days. That is actually huge. Mr. Blizzard, yeah, so they had an interview with him over the other day, and I gotta say, there's a lot of really interesting information here. Thank God Wowhead broke it down for us in a little bit of an easier way.
By the way, this is a great interview.
Yeah, it is a good interview. I've seen about half of it, but
the best part comes at the very end.
Yes.
Oh, Sir Dude!
Sir Dude, how we doing, baby? How we doing? In particular, they discussed the Void Forge bonus roll issue causing players to receive duplicate items, subsequent refund, which already was subject of lengthy follow-up blue posts, and both the initial post and newest interview. The developers cited a difference in live databases compared to their test environments, but while this particular system wasn't ever actually testable by players on the PTR, which was stupid by the way, many bugs which were identified on the PTR still weren't fixed before launch, what feels to be a growing trend with the fast-paced release schedule. So obviously, one of the biggest discussion topics, ladies and gentlemen, is, of course, Blizzard has their 8-week content cadence, right? But is it getting to the point where that's affecting World of Warcraft's development and the quality assurance of it?
So, the only way to realistically keep up with this cadence would be for literally this 0.5 team to work on this 0.5 patch, and then start working on the 11 point or 12.1.5. But there's no way they could go work on this, ship it, and then have the 0.7 patch ready to go. And how do you do that? It's
feels
not even fair.
No, it feels
Not even fair to
impossible
ask.
because how can you ask them to start working on a 0.5 when that main season maybe isn't even finalized yet, and they're not on the same build.
I think they're the live team, so I don't think that this team has nothing to do. I think with like
Seasonals.
yeah, I don't think they work on them.
Okay, interesting.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think they just work on the 0.5 and 0.7.
Yeah, either way, though, there was a case where the Void Forge was giving duplicate items. Yeah, okay. Everyone knows. A lot of bugs. I mean, I don't need to speak about all this. There was a shit ton of things going on. Additionally, though, when it comes to the 0.5 patch, it is more like a third rather than the halfway point of the season. Normally, it's our first check-in after the big story drops, though the split raid setup of Midnight has been continual storylines almost every week. Excited about the 3-raid execution, and that's with the brand new... they have the Dream Rift and, you know, the brand new system of having 3 raids rather than just 1 every time, which, by the way, what did you guys think about that? Like, having 3 separate raids to go to. I'm going to be honest, I liked it. I liked the little change of scenery and sort of feeling and vibe. I don't know, that's just me. Lance, what about you?
No, it felt like, and whether they succeeded 100% or not, it felt like they were trying to tell a better story through the raids.
Yeah.
Now, how you feel on that is your opinion. I enjoyed it. I thought that it was pretty cool. Some of the, you know what I didn't like was the cinematic on that bridge. Like all of the little cinematics. Those sucked, to be honest with you. And it didn't really feel like, they wanted it to feel like a battle. It didn't feel like a battle at all.
Like a battle.
They could have just done that whole scenario and then actually done like a pretty decent cinematic. And then that was it. But like, they keep trying to shoehorn our characters into these cinematics with these pre-rent or like,
yeah,
I don't know. Every time they do that, it just looks like crap.
Yeah. Don't love it. I'd rather just give me a regular cinematic. Initial designs had March of Quel'Thanos coming a week after we actually got it, with more storyline lead-up time, but they heard feedback that it would harm the pacing of progression. And so they ended up pushing it forward. What do they mean by that? They heard the feedback that it would harm the pacing of progression, and so they ended up pushing it forward.
What they meant by that was they were actually going to have it be later.
Yeah.
Like the rate, you know how March of Quel'Thanos, what was it, a week later? I think they were going to have it come out 2 weeks later.
Interesting.
But
Race the world first.
It's that for a lot of heroic guilds, they're done with Void State. A lot of people are just done with Void Spire after the first week. So it's like, what are they going to do?
Tough.
Sit here and wait?
Tough. Yeah, absolutely. Nothing specific to announce at this point, but future split raid tiers are not off the table, and the team is thinking about how they can do it even better in the future. I'm hoping that's the case. I don't know about you guys. Personally, I like it.
I don't think it has to happen every season.
Uh-huh.
Right? Like, you don't need to do that every season. But if there's a story to tell where it makes sense, let's do it. But I don't want them to have to, like, force it. But you know what? If they want to put a 1 boss raid every season, who cares?
I don't mind that either. Like, first of all, the Dream Rift, I don't know. I find it cool. I don't know. I know some people don't.
The fact that you could go and do a 1 boss raid and have a chance at Abyss Trinket's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I don't know.
Heavy DST vibes.
Yeah. Nothing specific to announce at this point, but future race splits are not off the table. Environment changes were also an important aspect. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. It's a touchy subject, but players sensitive about not having immediate access to content they know is otherwise ready to go, but being part of the story and spectacle helped rationalize it. I thought it was cool, the whole, Sunwell situation.
What is there to be sensitive about?
I don't know. You're upset because, but there's a story mode version, or you can literally just go in and one-tap it. Like,
I don't understand.
Maybe they're just trying to be like,
what's there to be upset about?
Too soft about it. I don't know. Gear progression has gone a little faster than Blizzard expected, though not a whole lot more. Players at the highest end aren't really gearing much faster than they have in the past, but those in the middle and lower end are. Gearing up faster may open up more opportunities, but while players are hitting their item level goals a little faster, the team has also been keen on giving them other things to focus on with mini games and housing as well. So it goes back to the question, Lance, and this is something they spoke about in that interview, is the fact that they're speeding up the way we gear to sort of lead us and funnel us into horizontal types of progression, like housing, cosmetics, transmogs. guild events, decor duel, you know, all this fun stuff. What are your thoughts on that sort of thing? Let me go full screen for a second.
It's an admirable goal. I just don't think that a lot of WoW players give a crap about anything but power.
Yes.
Well, personally, I like these things. I think it's cool. I like going after specific transmogs or things that I like. I don't think a lot of WoW players do. I think they're here to make number go up, you know?
Yeah, I mean, me, like most players, like, I love World of Warcraft, don't get me wrong, but I have a limited time to play. And let me ask you this, ladies and gentlemen. Every time you log in, I feel like 8 out of 10 times it's mostly for, okay, how can I improve my character, get better, raise my IO, get better gear, get currencies to progress my gear. I mean, I feel like that's the case with most people in the game. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, and that's, I mean, it's kind of the, what would you call it? It's the culture that they've kind of built into the game, especially with the way that it's like how seasonal it is now. You know, 100%. That's what people care about. And listen, it's not their fault. It's not the people's fault. It's the way the game's designed, so I understand. But if they are trying to kind of push it back the other way, it's going to take time, and it's going to take them changing things up. But it's possible. And I think there's also a lot of new players into the game who do love housing, or people who came back who are here mainly for housing, that it's probably good for them, and it's probably helping them out a little bit. And I'm sure they enjoy getting to be powerful a little bit faster, so then they can kind of do what they want.
Yeah. The game loop, yeah. Interesting nevertheless, though, I will say, going back to it. Time for the weekly cooldown. Your full recap of everything that went... Please, intro, stop, I beg. Now my parses are coming up. What is going on? Decor duels, I mean... I have to dive into this, do I? It's just a side piece of content. I think we're okay. This is another interesting point. Flexible Mythic difficulty. The upcoming flexible Mythic raid difficulty for the Sporefall raid in 12.0.7 is a test, an opportunity for AOTC groups who don't have the flexibility to rely on 20 players. They want to see how players feel about it, whether it's too easy or hard, and assuming players like it, who knows where they'll go.
Oh.
So obviously this is definitely a test to see, you know, what could come in the future and if they could commit to something like a flex mythic raid opportunity. Hells, what's going on? Good looking. How we doing? Players have gotten better and better at knocking out heroic raids, and Blizzard has heard them asking for something a little bit harder, but not as restrictive as the current 20-player requirement. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I would love to fill out, even me personally, a 10-man mythic team. Best case scenario for me. I would love that, but I think 15's probably perfect. I think that's fine.
10 men would be ballsy.
10 men would be very difficult.
It's very restrictive on, like, the comp you need, because think about for, you know, they say that for these end bosses, you need 2 Death Knights for, like, every end boss for the last few years. And it's like, okay, well, are you going to fill out 20% of your raid with Death Knights?
Well, you know, obviously fights would be a little bit, you know, like...
yeah, they'd have to change the way they design everything.
In a way. I miss 10-man raids? Yeah, me too. I prefer 10-man raids. I thought it was so much fun. I thought you knew everybody, like, very well individually. Like, you have a tight-knit team. But I think 15 could be that sweet spot of, like... I think it could be, to be honest with you.
You know, one of the things I think Final Fantasy does really cool is I really like their raids are like 8 people.
Wow, really?
Which, you know, I like the smaller pace. Like a strike team going in.
Yeah.
But there's also something epic about, you know, a lot of people in the raid. I don't know.
Story being told in the campaign is pretty serial. A number of things happen in particular order meant to show the major moves and shakes. There's the thread of the Void Storm, the Dark Well, the elves overcoming their long-held prejudices. It can't get into all the nuance, though, which is where local stories and interactions come into play. Don't hold your breath for any detailed Amani troll customization Damn. That sucks.
Bastards.
Damn, they really never pulled the trigger on that.
They really didn't cook on that.
I really thought they were going to be like, all right, surprise, 11.1 allied raise. I really did. I'm going to be honest. I really did. But I guess not.
Drats!
Which isn't something they're going to do very often, but they understand some players were hoping for a little bit more. Keystone Mythic, they pretty... I mean, I heard this whole talk. It was pretty much they weren't ready for the fact that players were going to progress as fast as they did. So they're just throwing us something, but nothing exclusive because they don't want people to feel left out. That's it. Non-disruptive tuning. Don't even get me started on this, but sure, let's dive into it. Brewmaster is a little bit ahead right now. Little bit. Okay. And the team is still working on tuning. The beginning of the season typically has a pretty broad distribution of different tanks and healers, though a meta inevitably, it's definitely far from broad right now. It's the same fucking tanks and healers it's been for the last, 7 weeks now? So, arguably healthy for a social game, but while the meta for tanks and healers came a little earlier this season, they don't think that heavily nerfing Brewmaster down is necessarily the right decision. What's more likely is they make light touches to Brewmaster and the other tanks to bring them close. Yeah, but when? When are we doing it? We're in the middle of this season. When is it going to happen?
In the 0.7?
Dude, what's going on? It's got to be this Tuesday coming up.
Dude,
we have to get changes this week
I
coming
haven't
up. There's
seen
no
one
way.
Vengeance Demon Hunter?
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
It's an insane thing.
That's an insane thing to think about.
To not see a Vengeance?
In Mythic Plus?
That's crazy, bro.
Crazy, dude. A little bit ahead. 80% of the tanks and keys are brew. Yeah, everyone's Brewmaster.
Oh, hey, Mary.
Holy Priest. Yeah, poor Holy Priest. Jesus. Hey, Mary, how are you? Glad you did not wait for me. It's crazy. Welcome back, Mary. But no, it's crazy. Holy Priest, don't even get me started. Terrible spec in Mythic Plus right now. I will say Disc is performing pretty well now. Discipline Priest. Honestly, I've invited a few Discipline Priests the last week to do 16s. Where I feel literally unkillable.
Well, that's good.
I'm in zero danger.
Do you have an AUG with you too?
Yeah. They measure tuning success based on whether players are capable of reaching major goals in the game. Let's talk about some of these major goals. If they can complete plus 10s.
That's a major goal?
Keystone Legend, Mythic, etc. As long as they're able to do that with all the tanks and healers, they're going to try to tune in a way that's as non-disruptive as possible. No, yeah, I'll tell you, they're really not disrupting anything right now. I'll tell you, they're very hands-off, laid-back, non-disruptive tuning. They haven't done shit.
I heard a theory that someone said they're not touching some of these classes and specs because they're going to get reworked in the next season.
Maybe. I'm just wondering what they're doing with Affliction. Affliction, they're probably giving a lot of talent changes.
I wonder what's going to happen to Shadow.
Shadow's performing excellent.
Don't.
What are you talking about?
Don't say that.
How does one go about getting a guild invite? Ooh.
Go into that Discord, Dr. Mikey.
Yes.
And there's a list of instructions.
So are Brewmasters the overpowered tank this season? Let's make this very clear. Brewmasters take 0 damage. They are gods right now amongst... I don't know if you remember Blood DKs in Season 1 of War Within. And then Protection Paladins of the 0.5 patch, that one patch. And then Vengeance Demon Hunter Season 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. So... yeah, they're gods. And by the way, it's not even a 10% margin. It's probably a 40 to 50% gap between number 1 and number 2. It's disgusting.
Just how tanky they are.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah. By the way, something I really quickly wanted to go through because I want to wrap up this weekly cooldown and go into some of the other segments. I did not know that the tier sets that you buy are class agnostic, which pretty much means it's just armor type bound. I did not know that. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I looked in my collection tab and I had almost all the druid stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So if you guys are interested, I mean, you go in there, farm this armor out. If you get all the leather set for druid, you can wear it on rogue, you can wear it on monk, you can wear it on whoever. Yeah, whoever. So for example, another one, Mega, in your case, if you get the paladin set, you can wear it on a warrior, or you can wear the warrior one on a paladin, whatever the case may be. And by the way, there's some badass ones. So really, really cool option here for sure. Another topic that I wanted to dive into just a little bit before we move on is the potential for the guild system to be updated. And listen, I'm sure in the future sometime, Lance, that we're going to get some sort of guild halls for, obviously World of Warcraft in general. And I do think, look, for example, look at this UI still. This is literally from 2004.
They need to just forget the UI. They need to we need to have better tabard.
However you fucking pronounce it. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how in the world we don't have like incredible customizations for this
Yeah,
stuff
it's
already.
pretty whack, especially because in some of the trading post ones that we've gotten, like the chainmail ones,
Yeah, they're really nice.
really cool.
And then you have this.
Yeah, and then you have that slop.
It's literally 2004 classic WoW slop. Classic WoW Andy slop.
Oh,
2004 brain slop. No, I'm just kidding.
Max.
Max, what's up? Good looking. How we doing? That's interesting. Not a bad change. Yeah, no, not bad. But it's 2026 and we still have this UI. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Definitely, you know, not only the tabards need a lot of help, but like, what about like, tabard? Not only do tabards need a lot of help, but what about like the guild UI and systems and that in general? Like, they're just like meaningless. Throde, what's going on? How we doing? They're just meaningless. Like, other than like a Discord server and like a roster tab, like, what do you do?
You know
like,
what they need to do is make it easier to get cross-server people in your guild.
That's obvious. Like, that's so, like,
I mean, it's such a nightmare.
Dude, it's horrible inviting people.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, they have done a lot of updating over the years as far as gameplay UI. I'll take that over, you know, cosmetic updates first, you know? No, I do agree, but, like, there's got to come to a point where, like, bro, we're how many years in since that, like, it was like 10 years ago or something. They added guild achievements and, like, maybe more. Probably could have been, probably like 12 years ago. They added guild achievements and, you know, the guild vendor where you could buy stuff. And it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That could have been, like, Kata or something, or Op.
No, that was all Kata.
Oh my god, how long? That must have been like 14, 16 years ago then.
When was Kata? I mean,
If I know.
Kata was like 2010.
Jesus. Dude, what are we doing?
So that's
16 years ago? Bro, that's like... What? How? How do we let it... Dude, we're guilds? Like, we're not updating guilds? Did you see all the Final Fantasy 14 news? Yeah, Lance has been telling me all about it, man.
I mean, I'm not the most
killing
well
it.
versed in Final
killing
Fantasy, but yeah, they're going crazy.
They're fucking killing it over there. Also, World of Warcraft guild halls. What's happening in Final Fantasy 14? I mean, there's
Just
so
a
much
new
to go through.
expansion.
There's a mountain of shit to go through. Just a ton of like incredibly huge
No,
updates
there's a lot of
changing the game,
really
overhaul
cool
and
things that
everything,
they're
yeah.
doing over there. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
much.
they're doing a lot. They're doing a lot of good. I just started 14. It's pretty enjoyable. Yeah, no, I think the best thing about like 14 is like very low stress. Like,
I mean, you could just play through the
like,
story and kind of be chill.
yeah, and just you don't need anybody. Just play, you know? Like, there's something good about that. High level equivalency across jobs. Yeah, that's very interesting. I don't know if I would like that.
How easy would it be to set up Final Fantasy 14 on a Steam Deck?
No idea. Great question. I'm sure there's videos on YouTube for it. With player housing seeing a strong interest and positive reception, there's never been a better time to introduce guild halls, a feature players have been requesting since the early days of the game. The idea dates back to classic WoW, when spaces like the Champions Hall and the Hall of Legends first sparked the imagination of what guild-focused spaces could become. I mean, you look at these other games back then. Star Wars Galaxies. I think EverQuest may have done something like it. SWTOR, Final Fantasy, City Heroes, ESO doesn't have it.
DCUO.
ECO has guild halls?
Pretty sure.
I know for a fact SWTOR and Star Wars Galaxies is, but like, you know, something to show off your guild's progression as a whole. Like, I feel like that's such a cool thing you could be able to do. And the more achievements you earn, maybe the bigger space it becomes. You know, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's such a missed opportunity. And of course, we're in the very early days of housing and, you know, more player-based sort of, you know, player-created content. But it would, like it says here, it's an massive untapped potential in the guild system, potential that could reignite the social heart of World of Warcraft. I feel like retail's just been doing so good on, like, the bare bones of things. Like, now it needs that little spice to make it really feel like a true MMO, you know? Like, right now, it feels like retail WoW is not... It's leaning more away from the MMO base into what? I guess, like... What do they call it? A live service game? What is...
I mean...
What would you call that? Well, it is,
definitely is.
But a seasonal. That's the word. Like, less more like real, like original MMORPG feeling to just seasonal, you know? Like, I feel like we need that MMO love RPG aspect back. I mean, even though, listen, I think it's kind of sad what's going on with these classic players on how, like, they're literally, I'm not even joking, this isn't even trying anybody or making fun of everybody. Like, they're literally stuck in classic WoW. And that's not a terrible thing, but, like, I think it's because they do some things obviously really good and some of the best things of all time, you know, at giving those feelings. But, like, it just comes to the point where how can you replicate some of that into retail WoW? And, like, the same thing, though, like, I also have a question. How come they don't have that same feeling about Burning Crusade? Because Burning Crusade is dying fast. Everyone's already playing Classic WoW already. Everyone's literally going back to Classic WoW. Is it
well, a
just...
lot of the creators are, but I will say the raiding scene in TBC is actually still going up.
Cool.
There's more people raiding every week.
But is it just the leveling journey of Classic WoW? Like, what is it?
I have no idea.
I don't know what it is that keeps certain people literally stuck in a time loop of 2004.
Listen,
I need to know.
I loved it back then. Loved it in 2019. Loved it again for a little bit of Season of Mastery. Loved it again in Season of Discovery. Played some hardcore. But, I gotta move on. I don't know what to tell you. It's time to move on.
Yeah, I don't know. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug, boss. Hell yeah. They're just waiting for Phase 2. Yeah, I guess. I would kind of disagree a little bit on that at this point. I'm calling it the fresh sickness mentality. As Bobby... I don't know, completely honest, if it was just plain old classic again with no changes, you could pay me. You can't pay me to go back again. I was there in 2004 and 2019, and that was enough. Listen, there's some incredible things about classic, but my point is like, what can get people, like, hooked on a game? Everyone always says that, Aaron. Shout out to you. What can get people hooked on a game so much? For 20 plus years, they just want to play that game. And now at this point, it's the last 6 or 7 years where, you know, since the re-release, they just want to stay there permanently. Like, they don't want to leave. They want to run it back again. Like, literally just run that shit back. And it's like, okay, how can we get some of that into retail to get people that sort of feeling on a game that's moving forward and developing?
That feeling you can't have when the game is as seasonal as it is. You can't. Because a lot of that comes from, you know, in vanilla specifically, you get a Thunder Fury, that's it. You got a weapon that is this all, like, that's it the whole time.
Let's watch the glaives.
I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough. It's hard. It's just different. Also, I think the reason people play both games is different. Right? Like, why do you play retail?
Do you think also they like to play classic because they know what they're gonna get out of it? Like, they know the route, they know where to level.
I think
like they're not gonna be almost like disappointed if something comes out and they don't like it or something.
But also, no, I think there's a psychology thing where you could go back and say it's like they get to feel like when you play it, you feel like you did when you started playing it. No offense to a lot of these guys, but they're a lot older. Started playing 20 plus years ago. Maybe they enjoyed their life a lot more then. And they kind of get a little bit of that feeling back. But like that one guy is saying, I think people do actually feel some of that for retail. But you have to... We want to move forward.
Yeah.
I want new shit. Actually, I definitely want new shit. I'm so excited. I'm actually... I said it to you yesterday. I'm like, dude, when are they going to announce like the 9.1 or 12.1? Like, it's time to...
Go. Do you think we can ever have a non-seasonal expansion? No, what does that even mean? What does that mean? Like, what do you mean by that?
Like, design the loot to... No, not with... You'd have to kill Mythic Plus.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. You're gonna have to break that down.
No, Mythic Plus would have to die. It's the only way you'd be able to do that, and if they would never do that.
It's the people they're playing with, not so much the game, if you wanted me to put some money on it. Yeah, but the thing is...
No, because a lot of them are going fresh into new servers without people they know.
Yeah, completely alone.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just that sense of comfortability. Like, They know how the classes work. They know how the rotations work. They know how the quests are. They know where to quest. They know how to level. Everything's very slow. It's drawn out, and then you just redo it again.
None of those classic players give a hoot or holler about what the story was back in vanilla, or
They
what it
still don't
was
care
in
about it
any
now.
expansion ever.
Let me tell you this.
They use that as freaking like buzzwords and they saw in segments.
Let me ask you this. Do you think anyone's playing classic for the story?
No.
I'm asking the audience. Do you guys think anyone is playing classic World of Warcraft for the story? No. The answer is absolutely no. So if you want to use the argument to just crap on retail because the story's so bad, it's not what it is. You just don't connect with retail, and that's fine. You don't have to connect to retail World of Warcraft. But to sit here and say like these things like retail's bad because the story is shit, like classic is when it was all about being masculine, and no one cared about that crap. They played classic because they love the game. They enjoyed the game. They enjoyed the long, drawn-out journey, and that's what was great, and that's good. But to sit here and say things like that, you can't even name 5 real lore characters in the fucking classic WoW narrative. You literally can't. Like, so don't buy into that. It's all bullshit. All bullshit.
Hey Sky, do you know who's acting as the King of Stormwind during vanilla?
It is Bolvar.
Ah, I thought I would get you.
I just read the books, so you would have gotten me.
I thought I'd get you.
You would have gotten me. You would have got me. Yeah, no, I don't know. Continuing. Let us continue.
By the way, if we're gonna compare side quest in vanilla to side quest now, and you want to say the grit is gone because every quest in vanilla is a side quest. I mean, did you guys do any of the side quests in Midnight?
There's some tough ones.
No, it's not that they're tough.
No, like as in tough, like they're cool, like they're tough,
There's
they're
some-
badass. That's what I meant.
I mean, there's some ones where like kids are dying, like children are dying,
There's some cool ones.
and some pretty dark shit goes on.
I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. WoW Classic is a cozy life simulator set in Azeroth. It's slow and steady. It's experimental. It's about going around and seeing a place you read in a book/game. Yeah, it's cozy. That's all it is. WoW Classic WoW is just cozy. You're chilling. You got more to you got time? Go play Classic, man. Go play Classic. I can't play Classic. I just don't have time. I don't. And I love Classic World of Warcraft. Best game literally of all time. I don't have time for it. If I got paid to stream Classic WoW all day too, I would do it too. Why
Are
not?
drops turned on Twitch?
Yeah, they should be.
They should be, Mary.
They should be. Gammon, Sylvanas, Thrall, Arthas, Picky Tikimon.
That's not a character.
I gotta ban you for that last one.
Yeah, that's a timeout. Max, you're gonna get a 300-second timeout for that. All right, man.
Worst thing is I read it. While retail is an actual game, it started being a game. Yeah, it's more of a video. Yeah, it's more of a game that you can come back and play consistently. That's what it is. And that's why I think if they combined, almost like best of both worlds of both, you can make some. I think the pendulum is just too far swung on both. Retail is amazing for being a game that progresses you and feels good to play, that you always want to come back and literally play. Classic WoW, you don't go back to play, you go back to experience and feel.
That's true. I can feel that.
You know what I mean? Classic WoW gameplay is the worst shit you'll ever play in your life. It's horrible.
Definitely not. It's definitely still... There's MMOs coming out today where the gameplay is actually still better.
Listen to the point for a second. Obviously, it's a metaphor. Okay? Hyperbole. It's all bullshits, but point is the gameplay of Classic WoW is not good. We're talking one-button rotations across the board. Retail has mastered making you feel good to play the game actively and making you want to do things like dungeons, delves, prey, raids. So it's just
moment-to-moment gameplay is much better. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just too far pendulum swings on both ends, and I think if they combine both in a way, it can be the best of both worlds. You know what I mean?
Problem is the way people play retail is so degenerate.
Yeah.
That unless you have things like Mythic Plus, people would be out of content in a week.
Yeah, well, that's just World of Warcraft in general.
Yeah, even the cloud. Yeah, right.
Did you remember SOD? What happened with SOD?
Yeah.
How mad people were that they were delaying the first phase and it was taking long, and We already did BFD. Like, remember the people who did BFD the first night?
Yes.
Remember that? And then remember, like, people were pissed about it on the forums? Man, imagine if we had a forum freakout to go through then. But point is like, no matter what, modern day gamers are going to find things to do and complete it as soon as possible. Like, that's just is what it is. That's WoW in general for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Big thing is we can never get that experience of Classic again in model because it turns out the player base isn't 10 to 14 anymore, period. If Dragonflight is someone's first WoW expansion, they'll love it. Yeah, by the way, I know people who their first expansions ever, I've seen people in chat be like, yo, this is the first time I've ever played WoW and it's War Within, and they're still playing to this day.
Yo, Dragonflight would actually be a banger expansion to be your first. There was a good sense of adventure in Dragonflight.
Well, also the talent revamp and everything, and it felt a little bit more grounded. Yeah, I'd agree. I take BFD on my shaman and was always Oh, absolutely.
Actually, you did that as well.
Did that.
There's no open world in retail. It's dead. That's the big hang up. And a week after the X-Pack comes out, open world's dead. I mean, the open world's dead if you want it to be dead.
I mean, I'll tell you what. There's more of a reason to go out in the open world in retail than there is in Classic. Hot take, but there definitely
Once
is.
you're max level, what do you go to the open world for except to get your world buffs?
No, yeah, it's literally an instance simulator in Classic WoW, and that's fine. By the way, I'm not shitting on it. I'm just saying, like, I feel like
the way it's played today.
I just feel like Classic players have this sentiment and this collective idea that the world is dead. Like, obviously in Classic, the world isn't dead because you're leveling in it, right? Like, same can be made for retail. Like, the world isn't dead. I like, you can level through quests. That's how I prefer leveling anyway. But also, you could say the same thing in Classic. You don't have to go out and level in the open world. You could just dungeon spam, which, by the way, 90% of what players do now anyways. So, like, you know, once you hit level 60 in Classic, you don't go out in the open world unless you're trying to farm gold, which, by the way, no one does because you just buy your gold anyway. So, I don't know. I just don't buy it.
Dragonflight is a top X-Pack of all time, and it's going to get slept on forever, and it's not going to get the recognition.
Yeah, really sad that I didn't get to fully engulf our channel like into Dragonflight content and push that.
I mean, just the zones alone. The only one that wasn't good, like Zerula Caverns, wasn't very good, I'll admit. But every other zone in Dragonflight is pretty good.
Yeah. Also, a $1,600 Lich King and Invincible statue available for pre-order now.
Pre-order mine.
Oh!
How big is it?
I mean, it's incredible. I mean, incredible. It's a beautiful piece of art. Like, that's all it is. It's art, and it's a collector's piece. Absolutely. $1,600 is a fucking piss
That's a
ton
lot
of
of
money.
money.
That, and by the way, that's not even tax. So you're getting taxed
How big is
easily
it?
$150, $200, $300 minimum on that. So you're spending about $2,000 on this. Yeah, how big is it?
By the way, Mega, there's no shot they don't do Wrath Classic or Wrath Anniversary. Wrath is what you call a needle mover. Say what you will, whether you love it or not, and I think Wrath is not as good as people say it is. I'm on the other side of that.
Is that 24 inches in height? So that's 2 feet? Yeah, that's pretty
26 inches in height.
big. Yeah, I know, but like 2 feet? Pretty big. Probably like this, probably like this big. I mean, for $2,000 though? $2,000. You want to hand me that sword right there? Can you grab that or no?
Probably.
Oh. Let me show you something, ladies and gentlemen. Me and Lance got this at the Renaissance Festival, okay? And this was what, $480?
Yep.
We got Charlemagne the sword for $480, and this is real steel, okay? Incredibly heavy. Like, oh, that's Lance. That. Real steel, literal life replica, life-size replica of Charlemagne, King Varian sword, okay? For $480. Now, let me ask you something. Would you rather have a statue of Arthas that's 2 feet tall for $2,000 or this for $480? And that's with tax. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. And it's fucking huge, and it's heavy, and it's real steel that can literally cut you. Someone breaks in my house, I'm charging. I'm literally charged pop recklessness. The whole thing. Look at that. It's fucking beautiful. I'm taking the Charlemagne all day. Neither, thanks. But hold that bad boy. Wow. Let's check out Lance full screen here, guys. Ready? And Lance. Wow. Some would say he was born to hold the sword.
Look at this bad boy.
Listen, Max, I'll put up 195 10 times. 4 sets. Okay? I ain't no mage no more. Ain't nobody a boy around here casting spells.
Oh,
I'm a big boy now. 195 10 times. I'll record it for you next time. Maybe give you some inspiration. Hold that down. Give Papa a kiss. Alright, back to it. Yeah, no. All jokes aside, guys. Are you spending $2,000 on a Lich King statue? Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful piece of art, but dude, that's great, bro.
I see myself doing if I had about 5 to 10x in the bank.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's overkill by a landslide. Just a landslide. Way too much. 2,000's a lot. Way too much. Oh! Oh my god.
Yo, meant to do that. Stop. That's on purpose. Ah.
This kid just broke Charlemagne. This kid just broke the sword. Ladies and gentlemen, don't pay $500 for Charlemagne. He just fucking broke it. He literally split the entire sword in half. I'm not even kidding.
Swords come apart.
Put your faith in the light.
There's holes.
Someone get this kid out of here. Thank you for the sub. I'm gonna need it.
There's holes to put it back. It's fine.
I'm not even kidding. He just split the sword in half on my
It's
literal
literally
life.
not
Literally
split.
swear to God.
Guys, he's forgetting. It's literally that's how it's supposed to come. You can do that. It's fine.
Go ahead and show the people. They think I'm a liar. Go ahead. Listen,
Yeah,
I didn't do
the
it.
sword is in
Go
two
ahead,
right
pick
now.
it up. Go ahead. Show them what you did.
That's not serious. Oh, we're gonna need that piece, actually. Look, it's just that, just like the transmog, guys.
He literally broke it in half.
Really not that big a deal.
Yo, I handed him the sword for 2 seconds.
It is Mega. It is supposed to. It's fine. You can put it back together. There's holes on this thing to place them back. Guys, just tell Scott to chill. Not even broken, bro. I'm gonna put in Discord a picture of it literally being fine. All right. Let's move on.
Moving on.
Got a lot to cover. You actually fixed it, yes.
We had a good run, guys.
No, this was a Ren Fair back in February. It was actually on Valentine's Day we went.
We had a good run. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a second. It's time for the Forum Freakout. It's time for the Forum Freakout, where we pull the wildest, saltiest, and most unhinged takes from the WoW community. From rage posts to Reddit meltdowns, nothing here is safe from the Freakout. Let's get into it. Boom, ladies and gentlemen, it is Time for the forum freakout, baby. We're going to jump into it. Time for the forum freakout, ladies and gentlemen. Time to go through the forums, hang out, chill out, and see what the scoop is for this week. Exonic, you can just DM me the question, by the way. Anyways, getting into it. Make max level tutorials for each class and spec. Since I've been talking about the one button rotation that hinges?
I think he means hinders.
But the thing is N and D aren't anywhere close to each other on the keyboard.
Well.
Okay, players using it into not learning their classes. I've thought about something. Clash Trial offers a small tutorial, and I think 5 basic thing for their specs, but not everything is shown. It is also always 10 levels under the maximum of that expansion, meaning it is away from the expansion features like the current Apex talents. What I've been recommending people to help them learn their... Yo, does this guy write English?
Maybe not. It might be.
What I've been recommending people to help them learn their spec is reading on Archon or their logs or on Wowhead, etc. But essentially, there is a real need for support inside the game directly, as nothing is shown for anybody once you go past a Clash Trial level. No wonder some people never learn their specs. Is this guy gonna make it?
I want to see his logs.
I want to see... His name is Chainza. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. Holy shit, this guy didn't use 1 comma in that whole thing. Oh, there's one. Jesus Christ. Doesn't break up his sentence. It's all just one big run-on. Tutorial is levels 1 through 89. This has been fact-checked by Real Area. Okay, buddy. They had or maybe still have the Proving Grounds instance that should be used for that. No, I don't think Proving Grounds are still in the game. Am I mistaken? Or at one point you go into the Proving Grounds at max level before you could do LFG content?
That was in MOP.
Yeah, that's not a thing anymore, sadly. Thing is, said tutorial isn't even remotely close to what a player needs to do once at max level with tier sets, Apex talents, and a real... Yeah, but you play the game to learn the game. They're not going to give you a complete tutorial breakdown in Call of Duty on how to, like, every perfect online multiplayer scenario you're ever going to be. You learn to play the game by playing the game. That's it. Or look up a guide or something. Like, you want Blizzard to handhold you 24/7?
I mean, yeah, you got to get in there.
The game does a really bad job tutorializing endgame builds.
Okay.
You have really... Okay, but does Call of Duty teach you how to do a weapon loadout? No, you just play and you do what feels good to you. Unless you're trying to be meta and sweat. By then, you look up a guild. Or in Call of Duty... Or a build. In Call of Duty's case, you look up a weapon loadout. You have really long stretches without important pieces of your kit, and you don't even start getting Apex talents until level 81. And a lot of those Apex talents completely alter how a spec plays or is built. You do not learn a lot about how to effectively play your class at endgame by leveling. That's not true.
I mean, you're not
true.
going to know how to do a Mythic Plus from leveling, but you have to just play the game.
Yeah, you have to play. You have to get the hours logged. There's no other way around it. There's no other way around it. You have to play the game to learn the game. That's it. The people that can't be bothered to read a guide on Wowhead or watch a video won't be helped by any in-game hand-holding either. They simply don't want to learn. Blizzard knows this, which is surely one of the reasons OBR exists. What the fuck is OBR?
One button rotation.
Bro, I just posted some pics on Discord general chat. Let me know which version you want. Oh, now I have to check.
The people that can't... Okay. Actually, scroll down to the next... Endgame builds and rotations change with every expansion. I'm not interested in playing for 36 different tutorials to be made for every class for every expansion. Yeah, for real. Heck, sometimes they change them within a patch. The support you're asking for is indeed in the game. It's the talent trees themselves. Reading the talent explains the talent.
Yo, if I could... How do you get that? I want that. Wait, what do you mean? Which one do I want? That, like, free or something? I don't understand. Can you make that?
I think that's what he's saying.
You can print it? And paint it? Yo, how much do you want, bro? Yeah, how about this? We go into business. Hear me out. I shout you out. We split the cover. Revenue to the moon, Dogecoin. Book it, clip it, ship it, No, but all jokes aside, no, I would love that. Are you fucking kidding me? Let me know what I have to do for one of those, like realistically though, because I'm not gonna take something for free. That's kind of crazy. But no, I would love to chat with you about that. So if you can, send me a DM. I would love to hit you up for real though. Endgame builds and rotations change with every expansion. I'm not interested in paying for 36 different tutorials. I mean, that is true, but the target audience needs to still be those that wants to learn even just a minimum. Yeah, but someone either wants to learn like that or they don't. Like, what's his point? Make max level tutorials for each class and spec? Yeah, every patch that's gonna have to change?
No, I
Yeah, but you either look up a guide to want to learn or you don't. It's no big deal. Or you at least put on the button, the assistant. Like,
you have to want to get better.
yeah, there's no other way around it.
You can't just, I don't know.
Expect to just fucking, have your whole build and everything figured out. It's not gonna happen. That's not how that works. Perfect Gods always exists as a place for that. It's really big work every expansion. 36 specs, and if they do it wrong, then players like you will be all up their ass about it because the tutorial telling them to do something that's too... Yeah, I mean, you're 100% right. Dude, I make guides every single expansion, going through every single spec in the entire game. I slip up on one thing, I'm told I'm an idiot. So, like, yeah, absolutely not. Why? No, 100% no. The leveling of a toon is how one learns to play their class and spec. Unfortunately, we have new players that don't have the attention span, which is why I agree with you. We honestly have too many choices. Fine-tuning and finessing the multitude of talents is really hard for some. There are sites that will take you through your class and spec, but they are third party. Yeah, I don't know. Guys thinks he's Neo in the Matrix. They're gonna ruin a tutorial for him, and we're gonna go, I know Mythic 12s. Yeah, that's so troll. Like, what the fuck? Like, Blizzard somehow gonna make a tutorial and be like, this is everything you need to know about running Mythic plus 12s this season as a Demonology Warlock. Like, it's just, I don't know. That's a crazy thought to have, in my opinion. I don't know. Absolutely wild take. No class tuning after 12.0.5 because MDI is gross. Oh, buddy. Is that true? Is that really what's going to happen? No class tuning? Uh-oh. Maybe I'm in the minority here, though the numbers suggest otherwise, but I'm getting very tired of esports slop garbage being taken into account for every single decision being made.
Can I just say, we gotta stop using slop for everything.
Yeah, I agree. I already knew you were going to say something about that.
Yeah.
I am sure a large majority of players do not care at all if MDI and AWC players throw a fit in their bubble at the thought of there being a class tuning for the 99% of players. By the way, not more like 99.9% of players that help them out. It is ridiculous to think that we have had bugs for Unholy and Affliction Warlock since pre-patch that are just now getting looked at and fixed. Why? Because MDI time trials and AWC qualifiers just started. Not because the expansion has been live and playable for 2 months now, but because MDI and AWC are underway and now the bugs have to be fixed. Less than 1% of the WoW player base watches the esports slop, and we know this because unfortunately for them, the viewership numbers are public information and can't be hidden. So, can we put a stop to the nonsense delaying class tuning because of MDI slop?
Because this guy loves that word.
Yeah, that's 4 times in one go-ahead. That's crazy. I'm flabbergasted that enough people watch/care about MDI for it to still be a thing. Then again, that's my stance on most esports. Nice buzzword. It seems to be a favorite of yours, even if you don't seem to know how to use it correctly. Unless you're actively pushing the top 0.01%, class tuning doesn't really affect you. Every class is capable of hitting 3,400. Yeah, no, you're right about that. MDI is a garbage excuse for anything because they can just play on an older patch.
That's true. They are.
Yes.
I think they do it on a tournament realm, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's true. I mean, they can.
That's a slop take. Popular opinion, if you're not in the MDI, class tuning isn't affecting you anyways. Unless you're a title pusher. Every single spec right now is more than viable to 3,400 and top 1%, even with pugs. What are you complaining about? That your class color isn't on top of the Warcraft logs? What's with the obsession with chasing this unicorn of perfect balance? We have this thread every single season. People blame MDI and Race the World First for class imbalance. It ends, imbalance still exists, rinse and repeat, perfect balance will never happen. Impossible. Yeah, but right now balance is just bad. Like, it is bad though. Like, the gap between the top DPS and the bottom is so far and beyond. Like, it was never this bad in the War Within.
Well, the only reason it feels really bad is because of how good it was in the War Within.
Maybe,
Because most
maybe.
of the time, this is more how the game has been.
Yeah, probably.
most of
I think I
WoW's
could
life.
agree, actually.
So it only feels this bad now because War Within's balance was so good.
Yeah, I think I could agree. People really hate community-driven content. Oh, buddy. I gotta bust my ass as Havoc. Yo, I'll tell you what. Havoc and, what's that ability? Immolation Aura? That shit slaps.
Brother,
Thieves, what's going on, baby?
I was in a Mythic Plus dungeon with a Havoc last night,
Wow.
who at one
was
point
nuking.
did almost 1,000,000 DPS on a pole.
Yeah, Havoc is kind of good right now. But obviously that's Demon Surge and double Immolation Aura ready to go, plus Bloodlust. Oh, you know. So someone has to know how to use the word slop correctly. So tell me, okay, bro. You have all these people making claims that MDI is the cause for the imbalance, like Blizz is holding off balancing or balancing around MDI, that they must be getting this information from someone deep inside Blizz. I'm curious as to who these players are talking to get this information that they so confidently claim is the root cause of the class imbalance currently in the game, as I'd like to speak with them myself and maybe slit them some ideas for warrior changes. That can be my only explanation as to why so many claim MDI is the cause of all balance issues, right? It has to be. I feel like those are rather the people plugs are rather MDI brainwashing. It never stops being funny when people are surprised their favorite MDI poll somehow just does not work on a random bug. Bro, that happened to me the other day in a plus 16. Plus 16 or plus 7. No, it was a 16. Skyreach. The guy like skipped everything, went up the stairs, and pulled the little lieutenants and casters on the mob, and then Transcendence teleported back. We have like 90 mobs coming toward us. It's like, what are you doing? Like, no shit, we're gonna wipe. Like, come on, dude. Like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Lance, what do you think about potential no-class tuning for a minute?
I mean, it's tough, right? Because for me, it really doesn't. I'm so selfish because it just doesn't affect me at all. Unless it does. Unless they buff my class.
Unless they buff Windwalker.
Wait, is my class in?
By the way, they did recently.
Am I in line to get big buffs?
big pad damage?
Am I in line to get big single target buffs?
Big pad.
I'm alright then.
How to gently tell people in 10s they should swap specs? In 10s? Like Mythic 10s?
Yeah.
This is more for casual keys when you're filling the vault. Had a Disc Priest that simply did not understand their spec, and a Devourer that couldn't figure out their ranges and died a lot. Timer was long gone, and I suggested they swap to Holy and Havoc, both for the extra healing and simplicity of the specs. Their reactions were not positive, to say the least. Is there some magic way to whisper feedback to people in lower keys without them crashing out? In a 10? Yo, what was their IO? Yeah, by the way, Discipline Priest is fucking disgusting right now. So if you can't heal on a Discipline, that's a problem. I don't know how to save you. I'd start by probably not telling them to completely change their entire spec. Yeah, that's
probably a good start.
That's pretty weird to say. Be like, yo, you're pretty shit. You should swap.
That's probably a good start.
They broke Disc last week. Yeah, it's disgusting right now. Juan, what's going on, baby? How are we doing? They tend to scale damage depending on your level? All damage depending on your level? I don't know. Sounds terrible. I love how they nerf it, then buff it, then nerf it again. They just don't know how to balance a game. Apparently, Max, according to you. Max, are you in your hate WoW arc right now? Because every comment you've made is negative towards WoW. Is that it? Are you done? You need to go take a nap. Go take a nap, buddy. Okay, but it was never going to happen with how they spec'd. It was the kind of run where the good old Death Strike was top HPS of the group and healing done. By the way, not an uncommon thing. Like a Blood Death Knight to be top healer, because it's just so snappy, the Blood Death Knight like health bar, that you just Death Strike your full HP. I don't know. People can't heal 10s. Yeah, people having varying skill levels. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think WoW's very easy right now, but at the end of the day, a shitter's gonna be a shitter, and it is what it is. I don't think we can get this without some changes, or I'll give this one more go with our current specs, but I think we'd get it if we changed X. Nothing's guaranteed, though. That's also just trying to be nice enough that they might agree.
I think someone said, one of the people in this post said above, they were like, if they can't do a 10, changing their specs not going to help anything.
Yeah, I don't think it's a spec problem.
Yeah, I don't like.
They just need practice.
Tens are just not hard.
They just need to learn.
Yeah.
By the way, right now, I think less than 10% of players have 3K rating.
Really?
Yeah, less than 10%. Still.
Yo, I gotta get into that 10%.
Yes, you do.
I could do it easy.
And you're doing more damage than some people that I group with 14s in. 15s, 16s. So, very odd.
I just hit a huge power spike, by the way.
And that's not even you in a melee cleave. So,
You should see what I could do.
if you're in a full-blown melee cleave, yes, you should be able to nuke.
You should see what I could do.
You should see what you should do.
Bro, you don't even know yet.
Very easy to get to 10s before you should be in them. When tanking, I normally run my own keys, but with the addition of targeting certain keys for bonus rolls, I'm applying to other people's keys and seeing a lot of people with 1500-ish scores listing their own plus 10 key. I mean, that's definitely what's going to happen. You run your own key, boost it up to 10, and then just spam. Like, obviously. Probably not that these people you run into need to change specs. Sometimes it's more that they've only done like 4 keys before getting into a 10, and they just need more practice. Yeah, 100%. I don't know. Like, Jesus Christ. Let the fucking dude play, man. I don't know. like why are we really going to freak out on this dude right now? Oh boy, here we go. Last one of the day. Who are you? Why are you here? Do you like it here? So what's up with the atmosphere around here? There's way more pleasant people than unpleasant people. Yo, is that how bad the forums get?
Hi, I'm Wily Cat.
Oh.
I play WoW because it's one of my favorite games. And do I like it here? On the forums? Yes. In the game? Yes.
Singing the old song. Who are you? Who? I really want to know. Wait, he... Oh, I thought he was going to copy-paste the entire song. That's crazy. I go on here when I'm bored, presently waiting for my load of laundry to finish drying.
Nice.
Yeah, so what are we doing here?
We're just hanging out, man.
Hanging out, huh? On the forums? Just chilling, right? Hey, guys, hanging out.
Hey, launch player here.
Hey, just hanging out, just goofing off. Just got my 3K today. Let's go, Wayside. What a Chad. Sir, this is a Wendy's. I only play Warcraft like all the time. I love it. Yo, this guy's double posting on his own form. I'm the Lizard King and I can do anything. Square ham... Yo. Hi, I'm Elk, but commonly known IRL and by friends as...
Ish. Why am I here? Well, I'm on the forums when I'm on work breaks or when I want to see what's up. I like to help sometimes. Do I like it here? I do like it here, actually. I feel like the forums and gaming together complete my WoW experience.
Nice. Let's fucking go.
You like this one? You know, I noticed you don't like when people are just nice on the forums.
Just don't buy it. This is some Dexter shit.
No.
This is some psychotic behavior
No.
shit. Like I don't buy into the act of the Tauren female with the flower in her hair. 9,000 posts. Hello, my name's Brahmina, and I'm an altaholic. Oh wait, I might be in the wrong thread. It's an act. It's a fucking act, and I don't buy it. You're a liar.
No. Brahima would
I
never
don't-
lie! Stop!
No, they are.
Dude,
It's a lie.
I love her. I love her. That's you
That's
right there.
you. No,
that's you.
the dog. That's literally you. Right
Dude.
there. 24,000 fucking posts. 24,000 goddamn
Is
posts.
that Chris Farley in a wig?
It could be. 24,000 posts.
What movie is that?
How is this guy on the
I gotta
community
watch that.
council at 500 posts? Malice Alice, thank you for the prime. Oh my god. Never change. Always keeping it 100.
That's true.
Yo, shout out to you. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Yo, I don't know, bro. Guys, I don't know what to say, man. I'm gonna be real. That's fucking... This game's cooked. World of Warcraft's cooked. You foreign people are cooked. By the way, guys, we're 2 subs away from hitting our goal, by the way, over on Twitch. So if you guys are interested, gift some primes.
Oh.
You don't have to actually spend money, but some primes. Go ahead and check it out. Hope you guys are interested. And before we move on to the next segment, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a quick word from today's sponsor.
Okay, Midnight is coming, an opportunity to show what you're about as a player and being part of this community. And we're heading into this new era together because the brand new limited edition Comeback Kids Guild shirts are now live. This drop gives you two options: our clean new frontal design being face to face with the Void, or the sleek Comeback Kids logo on the front with the full cinematic artwork across the back. Me and Lance handprint every single one of these shirts ourselves, in-house by us, specialty made for you. After selling over 120 shirts to all of you repping this community and guild in real life, this isn't about being a part of a YouTube channel, it's a real community-driven guild. So whether you're grinding Mythic Plus, pushing Raid, or just playing solo, this is how you show you're part of it. So let's walk through this darkness together and finish this fight. Check out the link in the description below for your limited edition shirt today.
Boom, you guys heard the ad, man. Crazy ad. Lance, thank you for editing that insane ad. If you guys are interested, man, go check out the brand new shirts over on the link in the description, as well as the link in the chat right now. We just made, I think, 2 shirts the other day. It's been a minute, though, since we played the ad, so I was making the shirts on a random Saturday. I wasn't even playing the ad. I'm like, holy shit. Someone bought the shirts. We didn't even play the ad. Shadow Spartan, thank you so much for the Prime, by the way. Shout out to you. One of the best warriors in the guild, by the way. It's my GOAT. Thanks for reminding me about Prime subs. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are interested, go check out the shirts. Some good stuff there. But also, Lance, enough talk. It's time for a draft.
Welcome to the Azeroth draft. No guides, no tier lists, just raw opinions and impossible choices. Every week we put everything in World of Warcraft on the table. Raids, classes, zones, mounts, weapons, villains, expansions, and then we draft them head to head. And you never know what's coming next. One bad pick can ruin the list, and you, as the viewer, decide if it's a good take or a terrible one. This is the Azeroth draft.
This is the draft of Azeroth. Hey guys, what's up? This is Sky here. Hey guys, what's up, man? Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, how you doing? It's nice to see you. All right, let's get to it.
All right. Okay, whatever the fuck that was. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Hype Train is going crazy right now. By the way, we got the primes as well. I think we're a 1 Twitch Prime away from reaching our goal, I think. So if you guys are interested, Twitch Prime it up. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it is officially time. Let me open the slideshow. We are going to do a brand new segment called the Azeroth Draft. Now, we did a little bit of this last week. Pretty much the gist is I give Lance some questions, and he answers them, and then you guys decide in the chat if it's a W or an L. Shout out to Trojan, by the way, on that. Appreciate the love on the reaching the goal for the Prime. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. So you guys are going to decide whether if it's a W or L take. Ladies and gentlemen, starting off very first, let's start off with a hot one. Okay, let me lower the audio just a little bit. And we did this one last week, but I want to do it one more time just in case some of you weren't here.
We did this one last week.
Yeah.
You son of...
Okay, Lance, rank. What are you doing?
Yes. I know where I stand here. They can't see it. Well, I can. But
I was threatening DMs to do this. Send help. All right, get this guy out of here, man. Anyways. Okay, rank these 5 World of Warcraft expansions without knowing what comes next. First up, the Burning Crusade.
3.
You're going to rank the Burning Crusade number 3.
It's really number... No. Let's go 2. You know what? We're going to... 2, lock it in. Lock it in. I have to save number 1. Wait, is this the same? Are you doing... I have to know. Is it the same as last week's or is this different?
Same, buddy.
Let's hopefully I get the same. All right. Yeah.
The next expansion is Mist of Pandaria.
3.
Okay, 3.
No, Mop was a great... It was good expansion. A lot of good content, good raids, good questing, good zones. Loved it in Remix again.
Okay.
Don't like Mr. Pandaria Classic, even though I thought I would. Don't like it. We'll give it 3.
Okay. What about now World of Warcraft Legion? The Legion
1.
expansion. Oh.
Best expansion of all time.
Legion is the best expansion ever?
No.
Wait,
no.
classic expansion or like retail expansion?
No, just best expansion.
Why?
What do you mean? The amount of class changes, the artifact weapons, class order halls, the story, Mage Tower. Legion is the GOAT.
Wow. So right now you're at 1 Legion, 2 Burning Crusade, 3 Mist of Pandaria. Honestly, that's not a horrible list so far, especially going blind. This is going to suck, though.
I actually don't remember what the last 2 are.
Wrath of the Lich King.
4.
I mean, you have to have it at 4, right?
Well, I can't put it at 5 out of respect. Even though I don't love that expansion so much, but let's put it at 4.
Okay, and the last one is Cataclysm. Honestly, I think you're right about Cataclysm. I think Cataclysm is the worst one on this list.
Now, if I was going based off what I know the public would do, the list would be Legion 1, 2 Wrath, 3 Burning Crusade, 4 Mop, 5 Kata.
Oh, wow. That was pretty good. That was actually pretty fast. You just fired off right there. Guys, did you think this is a W or an L take? Rank these 5 expansions of World of Warcraft. Legion number 1, Burning Crusade number 2, Mist of Pandaria 3, Wrath of the Lich King 4, and Cataclysm 5. Remember, it's very difficult to come on here and do this blindly too without knowing what's coming next. Not easy to pull this one out. So do you think it's a W or an L take before we move on? W take, W. It's meh. Shit take, get Lance out. Okay. L take, but W take. Okay. L tank, but W take. Cat is not top 5. Yeah, I don't think so either, by the way.
Well, yeah, but
I don't think
you didn't.
It's just blind and it's
well,
random.
hold on. We didn't have every option.
No, yeah, it definitely wasn't.
Okay.
It's a blind ranking. It's blind ranking.
It's blind ranking. These are the only 5
Yeah,
options. So
it
you
was
have to
blind
just rank
ranking.
these 5 options.
Blind ranking. Okay. Okay, now guys, it's time to move on to the next one. Ready? Let me prep it though, because I need a second. Hold on a second.
Yo. Come on, little guy. Hey, little guy.
Okay, how familiar are you guys in chat with classic World of Warcraft zones? Are you guys somewhat familiar or not familiar at all and you just don't give a shit?
Oh, I know these.
Because Lance, the next one is this. Okay, rank these 5 low-level classic WoW zones without knowing what's going to come next.
Okay, now there's one we haven't done. Good.
First up, Elwyn Forest.
Shit, that's... Hold on, I gotta ask a question. When you say low level ranging from...
1 to about 30.
Oh,
roughly.
Shit. Okay, so Elwyn... I don't want to put something in number 1 right now.
Guys, where are we ranking Elwyn Forest? Elwyn Forest is a fucking peaks like zone.
Okay. I'm gonna lock in number 2.
Okay.
Elwyn Forest is very good. I think when it comes to the actual like questing experience, out of all of the starting zones in vanilla, I think it's the best one overall. I think the path that you have and like the journey through it leading into Westfall is very good.
Next up, Stranglethorn Vale.
5.
Oh!
That is a piece of shit zone. I'm sorry. Stranglethorn, it's horrible to quest through. You got to go all the way down south, and then you got to go back up north for a little bit. No, it's all over the place. Shit zone.
Holy shit.
And by the way, not even saying that because the PvP is just the way they designed it. You're running all over the place. Shit zone 5.
Holy shit, someone said 6.
Yeah.
Okay, the Barrens.
4.
Really?
Barrens is trash.
What? Trash?
Barrens is trash. Yo, if I have to kill another Zevra for a fucking hoof, I'm gonna lose my mind. Barrens is ass, and its only saving grace is
Man
Wailing
Crick's
Caverns.
wife. Oh. I thought you were gonna say Man Crick's
No.
wife. That's odd.
That's good. I'm good with putting that at 4.
Damn, guys, you're ranking Barrens at 4. Is anyone in chat ranking this at 4? Dang, Canadian put it at 4.
I'm not looking at chat.
Jacob, what's going on? Okay, the next blind one is Tirisfal Glades. Tirisfal, you have either 1 or 3.
3.
Tirisfal's a good.
It's a good zone. It's not a great zone. Yeah, I can put it at 3. There's some good quests there. It's definitely not as good as Elwyn, so I can't put it above. Yeah, it's good. It's a solid 3.
I think it's a good 3. And then the last one is the Wetlands.
Oh, it's my favorite zone in all of Classic.
The number 1.
I love the wetlands. You get the Orc Elite quest. You get the Dwarf Elite quest. You get to do the pirates over there.
You also have the animals near the one ruins where all the dwarves are.
Yeah, you get the little dinosaur
Or the
excavation
dinosaurs.
site. Yeah, there's great quests. I like it also because you got a really good wand for my priest. Every time I level in Classic, I gotta get that wand. I really only play priest. Yeah, I love that.
So guys, what do you think of his list? Ready? Rank these 5 classic WoW zones without knowing what's coming next. Rank 1, he put the Wetlands. Number 2 is Elwyn Forest. Number 3 is Tirisfal Glades. Number 4, the Barrens. And number 5, Stranglethorn. What do we think? Is this a W or an L take? We have to know.
Well, actually, if you didn't give me this list blind, that would literally be my list.
Yeah, I think it would be, actually.
That's actually my list, even if you didn't give me a blind.
6 out of 10, Elwyn and Wetlands need a hard swap. Wow. I mean, that's not far off. Even then, though, that's just one swapping. That's not too bad. But I think I would say personally, Elwyn's got to go number 1. Elwyn's amazing. And then I would probably put Tirisfal 2. And then Wetlands, Barrens, Stranglethorn.
I love the wetlands, though, man.
I love Elwyn. L take for the Barrens hate? That's crazy.
Baron's ass.
Okay, here we go.
We got another one?
We have a few more. So technically, you guys voted this one to be a W. So right now, you're 1 for 1. The first one was an L overall from the people.
Oh.
So you're 1 for 1. You gotta make it through the night as more W's than L's. If not, you get hard sucker punched in the face on stream. That's the how the competition goes. I didn't make the competition. The chat did. Isn't that right, chat?
All right, what's the next question?
I'll tell you right now. Hold on. I need to, give me some time.
Guys.
Yo, are you gonna make it? Holy shit.
That
Don't
was a great, by the way, I gave a great list.
You gave a pretty good list.
Objectively, that was the correct answer.
Lance. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. This is the next one. Ready?
Okay.
Okay, rank these 5 World of Warcraft villains based off of power, not knowing what's coming next.
Just power?
Did you hear what I said, or what
Coolness
the fuck?
or...
Okay, I'll restart for you.
Yeah.
Pay attention. Open up, okay? Open your eyes. Open the ears, okay? I'm Steve Harvey. You're the dumbass guy who's trying to pay attention, okay? Rank... Okay, you're gonna make me laugh, but stop making that stupid fucking face. Okay, rank these 5 World of Warcraft villains based off of power, blindly. Starting off number 1.
Oh, no.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Yo, your brain is... Yo, you got TikTok brain, bro. You literally have TikTok brain. I'm not even kidding. You have a fucking mental problem. Okay, last time, because I need a good take.
Let's go!
Listen. Okay, rank these 5 World of Warcraft villains based off of power without knowing who's coming next. Number 1, Sylvanas Windrunner.
She's pretty powerful. I'd give her... I don't know. I gotta put her at a baseline of 3.
Okay.
Because I don't know where you're gonna go with this, right? Like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? But she did whoop Bolvar's ass.
Okay.
And she did kill Sarfang.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, Garrosh Hellscream.
He's 4.
Okay.
Wait.
What?
Did he eat the heart or no?
Oh, that's hard. I guess it has to be them at, their best.
Are we talking about, peak power?
Yeah, it has to be at their peak.
Shit, I don't know. Was he as... No, I gotta put him at 4
Yeah,
still.
he's gotta be.
Can't be about
Gotta be 4. Okay, guys, we have 3 spots left. I need you to help Lance fill out this list. We have spot 1, 2, and 5 left, okay? Pay attention.
Fuck!
Listen up. We need all your responses right now. Next up, this is a tough one. Gul'dan, at the peak of his fucking power. We're talking Legion, top of the tower, in the raid, where he... What was it? He, sucked the life
I have
force.
to put him at 2. Because he's definitely stronger than Garrosh. I don't know if he's actually stronger than Silva. Yeah, let's put him at 2. I think 2 safe.
Okay. These ones get kind of tough. Because I've been throwing you curveballs left and right. This is hard. Deathwing. I mean, gotta...
Yeah, he's gotta be 1.
He's gotta be number 1. There's no way you don't put Deathwing at number 1.
I mean... Yeah,
the strongest...
He did shatter the world. So.
Yeah. Is he an aspect? He's an aspect?
He was.
Oh, yeah, he was, but... But what's the aspect of what?
He was the Earth Warden.
Yeah, but there's a word for it. Because like there's aspect of like life and aspect of time and then... But what was his? I forgot what it was. Earth Warder? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I just remember there being an actual like title. Aspect of death? Oh, okay. Well, I guess... okay. I'll just go fuck myself. Aspect of Earth as Nilthar. Okay. You're right. Okay. So you have Deathwing at 1, and then the last one was Arthas Menethil. I was hoping you were going to put Garrosh at 5. I really was. Because it was kind of a curveball bait. But right now you have Arthas at 5. Sadly. Because you put Garrosh at 4. It's a hard... That was the hardest list by far. Guys, this was a very, very, very difficult list. But by the way, could there be an argument that potentially Garrosh at the peak of his power can beat Arthas as he's... Well, no. Wait a second. It's not the Lich King. It's Arthas as he's turning into Lich King when he's a villain at that point, and he's technically bad.
Garrosh, when he's powered up by the old god, I think he's stronger.
Wait, well, when it is villain Arthas, I would say he's got to be a Northrend by that time. And he's got to be already... He's still very, very powerful. Like, still, but...
Actually, yeah, if you're saying Arthas, that's actually not the Lich King.
It's not the Lich King. We're not talking about the Lich King.
Yes, so then Garrosh wipes the floor with him.
I think Arthas at the peak of his power, like, as he's an Ice Crown powering up...
Are we talking mythic boss Garrosh?
Yeah, I think he swamps his ass.
When he's fucking empowered by the old gods, yeah, he definitely wins that fight.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Now, does he beat Sylvanas? I don't think so. Does he beat Gul'dan? No. Does he beat Deathwing?
Now the question is, do you guys think Arthas could beat Arthas Menethil, not Lich King? Okay, hold on. Can Arthas Menethil beat Garrosh in a fight if they're both like grounded? If they're not, subjugated by different entities, as in, Lich King and then, him in Siege of Orgrimmar?
Yeah, but we're also talking about full-powered of these versions. So this guy's saying Arthas beats Illidan, and Illidan beat Gul'dan. Yeah, but he didn't beat peak power Gul'dan.
Well, the Lich King Arthas beat Illidan. And
also, yeah, that's true too.
So we're not talking about the Lich King. We're talking about Arthas Menethil when he was in Ice Crown becoming the Lich King, where he was being corrupted. That's what we're talking about.
That's true.
Hammer. We're talking Hammer Arthas. Still Hammer. Where he's with homeboy, the dwarf, Myrddin.
Arthas That's is definitely the weakest out of everyone.
So what do you guys think? Do you guys think Garrosh can take Arthas Menethil if it's just Garrosh and they're both grounded level? It's not Garrosh at Siege of Orgrimmar.
No, Arthas does not beat Illidan. Arthas doesn't fight Illidan until he already had Frostmourne.
Yeah, absolutely. Arthas Menethil is not beating Illidan.
So he was the Lich King.
Absolutely not.
Regular Arthas gets his shit destroyed by Illidan.
He's just a paladin.
Yeah.
And by the way, not even too strong of a paladin at that. Still learning.
Yeah.
Frostmourne beat Illidan, not Arthas.
Arthas
True.
would get his ass hammered. Destroyed by Illidan.
Okay, so guys, is this a W or an L ranking? That's the question.
I mean, you could maybe say Sylvanas and Gul'dan could change. Maybe. But Deathwing is definitely the strongest out of all of those. By far.
I think this was a W. I think this was a W take. Honestly, overall, Lance, that's 2 out of 3 so far are W's. You got 2 left. If you complete this one right here, but this is where they get hard. It's the final 2. It's the bonus rounds. This is the guessing game. This isn't the list.
Easy, bro.
We're going a different format here.
Guys, I got it. It's easy.
So, guys, he's 2 out of 3 so far W's. And if Lance loses, he has to give 100 gifted subs to the chat.
100? Brother, how much is that?
100 gifted subs to the chat, guys. Yo, we're really going hard as fuck right now. Who whipped this music out? Holy shit. Oh my god, we're in Molten Core. Ladies and gentlemen, gather your arms. It's time to invade the Molten Core. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Lance's next question ready to go. Can I get some ones in the chat? Let me get your energy.
Oh.
Frito! Okay, here we go. Ready? All jokes aside. Lance. Here we go. Let me lower the music. Hold on. This is about to get crazy. Chat's going crazy for Lance right now, okay? Okay, Lance, can you guess the 5 most memorable weapons in all of World of Warcraft?
Are we talking about the game World of Warcraft or the universe? Like the
I would
Warcraft
say the
universe?
game, the game.
Are we counting artifact weapons?
Can't really say.
Okay, so that's gonna be yes then.
I can't.
Okay. Ashbringer is the most memorable weapon of all.
Okay, Ashbringer is on the list. You are right about that.
Doomhammer. It's got to be on the list.
Okay, yeah, Doomhammer is on the list.
Thunder Fury.
Fuck, okay, yeah, Thunder Fury is on the list. Guys, you need to guess. Can you guys guess any more? He's got
Warglaive
3.
of
Hold
Azeroth.
on, hold on. He's got Ashbringer, Doomhammer, and Thunder Fury already right off the rip. He's already guessed 3 of 5. Okay? So the question is, can you guys guess the other 2? Okay, what was the next one?
A Thunder Fury?
So you saw Ashbringer, Doomhammer, Thunder Fury. And let's make something clear, though. You can't get more than 3 wrong. If you get 3 wrong in the guesses, you're done. Okay? So if you get 2 wrong, you could live. But 3 wrong, you're done.
The Warglaive of Azeroth?
The Warglaive does make the list. Okay.
So then it's the 5th one has got to be Frostmourne.
Did you go 5 for 5? Holy shit. Yo, you're insane. Yo, you actually went 5 for 5?
Those are all the most iconic.
That is insanity.
Those are the most iconic weapons in all of Azeroth.
Number 6 was Sulfurous.
That's 6?
Number 6
Brother,
was
I could think of more right now. Shadowmourne?
No, more known, like the memorable. Shadowmourne is more memorable.
Gorehowl?
Hold on, wait a second. We have to decide this right now in the chat. What is more memorable from more memorable? Sulfurous, Hand of Ragnaros, or Shadowmourne?
Bro, Shadowmourne is...
Pick one. I'm voting Sulfurous. He's saying
Yeah,
Shadowmourne.
you were a Ret Paladin vanilla, bro. Ask anyone who was fucking played Wrath of the Lich King. Shadowmourne is like one of the most iconic weapons.
I think Sulfurous.
If you take out artifact weapons...
It's the first legendary in all of World of Warcraft. It's the first epic, like, most incredible weapon.
No one gave a shit about Sulfurous Hand of Rag. That shit was ass in vanilla.
What? No one gives a shit about Sulfurous?
Bro, she's ass.
What through fire be purged? What are you talking about? It's the Hand of Rag.
Brother.
On hit effect, fire up your ass. Fire resistance. Peak weapon. You gotta go to Blackrock Mountain to combine the materials.
Listen, I think it's cool, but Shadowmourne is... Bro, Shadowmourne is the shit.
Guys, you have to let me know in the chat. Is it Sulfurous or Shadowmourne? What's the more memorable weapon? I don't know. I'm gonna be... like, dude, I don't even think people remembered the name of that axe. Most players.
Shit, I think Fangs of the Father is more famous than
Get the
Sulfurous.
fuck out of my fucking ass. You're such a liar. Gorehowl, people don't know what Gorehowl is. I can ask some buddies of mine from Classic WoW that play Classic WoW. They don't know what the fuck Gorehowl is.
People don't know Gorehowl?
No.
Brother, I think what's his name? Broxigar's axe is more famous than Hand of Ragnaros. Sulfurous.
Broxigar's axe, that was made from...
Cenarius.
Oh, why was I thinking Malfurion? What's wrong with me? Jesus Christ. And 100%, how am I agreeing with Sky over Lance? Yeah, it's about that time. If Canadians agreeing with me, we have a problem. Okay, guys, he got it.
I mean, that's... Ashbringer is one... Like, indubitably, Ashbringer is number 1. Doomhammer definitely number 2. I would have probably put Frostmourne. Actually, maybe
no. The
Frostmourne
most
could be...
known weapon was Thunder Fury. That was the most known weapon from World of Warcraft. On the list that I researched, it was Thunder Fury. But honorable mention was Sulfurous. What are some other honorable mentions, guys? What are some other... What is the name of Broxigar's axe? I don't know.
The axe of Cenarius or something?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. By the way, I think it's literally as simple as that. This is going to be a little bit of a tough one. Don't look, Lance. Okay.
Ashkandi could be an honorable mention. Shit, I think Ashkandi's more famous than Hand of Rak.
Bro, relax.
I think Bone Reaver's Edge is more famous
Dude,
than Hand of Rak.
You're ridiculous. You're memeing. You're such a troll. What are you gonna say? Dowrens? Anathema?
Shit, it might be.
Anathema? Rockdalar? Anything else?
Oh, Rockdalar might be.
Yeah, oh my god.
Wait a second.
Such a troll.
Bro, Rockdalar and Lockdalar are better weapons.
Better in what sense?
They're just more useful to the game.
That's not the question. The question was more memorable.
Atiesh?
I didn't say that was a part of the honorable mentions. But Soul Furious is by far more memorable than Shadowworm. I don't know about Atiesh. That's kind of hard to pitch.
Bro, what about what's the fucking healer mace? The healer mace from Ulduar.
Fuck, yeah, exactly. No, you don't know what it is. That's why it's not memorable. Fuck you.
Can't remember
Shut
its
the
name.
fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Benediction? Benedict?
Benediction is the healer staff, or it's the healer
Bulwark
version of
Shield?
Anathema.
Skullflame Shield. That's pretty memorable, by the way. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. Here's the last one for the day. The Azeroth draft.
Valnir. Yeah.
Lance, can you guess the 5 most loved World of Warcraft characters?
I think so.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Thrall number 1.
Thrall is on the list. He's number 3.
Varian Rin.
Varian is number 2.
Arthas Menethil.
Okay, fuck. Arthas is number 1.
Illidan Stormrage.
No. Oh, wait, he is on that list. Fuck.
Illidan Stormrage is definitely on the list. Don't fucking at me.
Dude, slow down. You're going crazy.
Jaina Proudmoore.
How did you nail all 5? I can't do guesses for him. He literally got all 5 so fast. Yo, that was the fastest one I've ever seen you do in my life. Listen, I didn't make the list. This was the list that was online.
Brother, all I did was name all of the statues that they had life-size models of at BlizzCon. That's all I fucking did. I just named all of the statues that they had at BlizzCon when I went. That's literally it. All the ones that they made life-size buses of. I was like, yeah, that's it. Obviously, they're there for a fucking reason. Don't fucking at me.
How does your brain even work that quick? I can't even think of 5.
I took the pill from Limitless right before coming on here.
That's so good. Yo, good shit. Holy fuck. That was sick. Yo, that was incredible. Hell of a job. Guys, he won 4 of the 5 challenges of the Azeroth draft today, bro. That's a big deal. 4 out of 5. Guys, he fucking nailed it. Wow. That is insane. Guys, listen, that is all for the Azeroth draft for this episode. We are going to have more coming out, of course, every single week. So, yo, what did you guys think of the new segment? Brand new segment, Azeroth draft. It's something we're going to do once a week. What do we think about this segment? What are we rating it on a tier list? S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier. What are we rating this segment? Reoccurring, coming back on the list, that we do it with the viewers and everybody together. What are we thinking? Talk to me. Do we like it? Yes or no? Chat it up. W segment, do we like? Is it entertaining? Boom. Samantha likes it. Kyle likes it. Sonic likes it. G Money likes it. Jay likes it. Mary likes it. Jesse likes it. Throw likes it. Big Will likes it. Awesome. B to B plus. I think it's a W, but I make the list larger and do fewer of them. Ooh. I wonder how I could do that, though. It's hard, though, because, like, what do I do more than 5 of? Like, what if I do, like, rank these 10 classic zones or something? Maybe?
Bro, I could give you the top 10 of the characters right now.
What is more, like, of like, the most memorable WoW characters? Like, 10.
You could add Garrosh.
Yeah.
Sylvanas.
Garrosh was an honorable mention.
Or Sylvanas is there.
Sylvanas was an honorable mention. You're right.
Definitely. You could probably start naming some actual bosses. What about, what's her name? The hot girl from Scarlet Monastery.
Sally Whitemane?
Sally Whitemane could be on there.
The hot girl from Scarlet Monastery.
Khadgar.
The hot girl from Scarlet. This guy's cooked.
She's the hot girl.
Khadgar. Yeah, I love Khadgar.
She is.
Yo, Khadgar's character, by the way, I don't like his voice actor, but his character...
Stop, dude.
No.
That guy's a great voice actor.
Mr. I'm sorry, but we don't have that kind of time.
Yeah, the fact that you remember,
off.
that voice line
Man.
10 years later. Wait, when was WoD? 12 years later shows how fucking goated that
Khadgar's
is.
voice actor. Listen,
Oh,
but
Uther? Yeah.
Uther's a great character. But Khadgar as a character is one of my favorite characters ever. I think Medivh's my favorite character, though. Medivh
brother.
is awesome. Yeah, people don't love Medivh like that. People don't love Medivh. Khadgar's a shit wizard.
They're gonna like Medivh when he comes back in The Last Titan. The Lord of Ravens is coming back, baby.
Oh, shit. If Lance cooks in bed like he does with these, he's going to have a lot of kids. Well, he's already 2 for 2. Lance has had sex twice. He's having 2 kids.
There you go, baby.
Lance is a 100% success rate.
I only do it for
The
procreation.
It's true. He's told me. He's called me. Only twice? Yes. He has only made love to a woman twice. No. Nope, can't say that. Never mind. Let's continue. Ladies and gentlemen, on to the last segment of the day. This one's going to be interesting because it's time to hear from all of you. Let's tune in to the tales of Azeroth.
Every player has a story, a memory, a place that somehow led them here. Maybe it was playing with your friends at night, stepping into a raid for the very first time, the guild nights and the chaos of world PvP. Or maybe it was finding a place to escape when real life got heavy. For a lot of us, World of Warcraft was never a game. It's a deep part of our lives. These are the stories of how we all found Azeroth and why we never really left. This is the Tales of Azeroth.
Wow, what a
Damn.
fucking intro, huh?
Sky, you know, you would think the pictures of us as little kids would get me a little bit misty-eyed, but
Yeah.
looking at our clips from 2019 actually got me a little bit emotional.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Let's get it going.
Wow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hop into it, man. It's time for the Tales of Azeroth, where we hear all of your stories on why you guys love World of Warcraft and why it's more meaningful than just a video game to you. Let's jump right into it with our first story coming from Joe Brony. Joe Brony, are you in the chat tonight? Joe Brony, are you here? He's got the pup on him, great beard, looking good, solid head of hair, by the way, thick. You can see the gels in there. And he's ready to go out. He's ready to have a beer, chill out, goof off, and dive into it. You ready for this one or
I
what?
think I saw him in the chat earlier.
I think we saw Joe Brony. I don't think he's here anymore. But Joe Brony, this one's for you, baby. Let's get into it. This is Joe Brony's Tale of Azeroth. My story started about 20 years ago when I was visiting my aunt and uncle. My uncle used to have an account, and as a kid, I was so fascinated with the game while watching him play. While spending time with them, I was bored, so my uncle let me create a character on his account. To say I was glued to the computer was an understatement. But it didn't last long since I was only visiting. Fast forward a few years, my older uncle moved back in with me and my family, but he didn't play World of Warcraft. He played Star Wars Galaxies, another MMORPG game, and just like with WoW, I was hooked. Me and my uncle would fight over his computer, as it was the only one in the house that was capable of playing any kind of games. I want to pause for just a second. Hold on. Filters right here. I gotta ask you all, ladies and gentlemen, how amazing was it back in the day to constantly have MMOs coming out to look forward to? Like, you guys have to understand, as people growing up like me, I'm 27 years old now, a new MMO coming out that's like really solid and memorable, it's fucking rare. It's rare. So I'm asking you guys, what was it like to where every other year, or every year, there's a new MMO or amazing RPG coming out that is just, it's just chef's kiss. It's a knockout of the park. We're talking City of Heroes, WildStar, Star Wars Galaxy, Star Wars The Old Republic, obviously World of Warcraft, things like EverQuest, Rift, Guild Wars. I mean, there's so many good MMORPGs out there, like Final Fantasy, Conan Exiles. I mean, Lance, how do you think that must have been? RuneScape, yeah.
I mean, you and I, we tried so many different of these games, right? Like, we tried almost all of them.
Yeah.
We tried Warhammer, and I liked Warhammer, it was pretty good. But we tried so many of them. There's only 3 games that stuck with me. And that really, I would say, like, in the grand scheme of things, not that this matters, but if you're like, man, let's look at Lance's life. What are the games that really mattered to him MMO-wise? It was WoW, City of Heroes, and SWTOR. Well, actually, I guess you could add a fourth. DC Universe Online was pretty good as well. But WoW, City of Heroes, and SWTOR really were like the ones. And I tried Rift, couldn't get into that shit. Tried Lord of the Rings Online, tried EverQuest 2, tried... I don't even remember.
Point is, there's a lot of games.
Yeah.
A lot of you guys are saying it in the chat that you really only loved and got addicted to World of Warcraft, that you played a lot of MMOs though. But yeah, it must have been a special time. Anyways, continuing his story. Sadly, Star Wars Galaxies was shut down back in 2011. Recently, me and my wife were looking into games we could play together and started thinking about the kind of games we enjoyed playing, where we both enjoy playing MMORPG type games, and that's when I saw that WoW was still going and Midnight was just about to be released. I started watching videos on YouTube, and that's where I came across the Comeback Kids. And watching you guys play had me hooked all over again without even playing the game, let alone owning a PC capable of playing World of Warcraft. So, in other words, it's all Sky and Lance's fault. I'm hooked. After some research and talks with the wife, I finally got a gaming PC and a small setup in March 2026. I immediately set up an account and got started on my very first character, a balanced druid, and within just a few weeks in, I'm already up to level 80 and starting my journey through Midnight. This game has met every expectation I had going into this. Currently, all I've done is solo leveling, doing all the campaign missions, and I can't wait to start gearing up and getting more into group play. I mean, isn't that such an awesome way to play an MMORPG? You just play the game to freaking enjoy it, man. Like, it's not about being sweaty. It's not about being, like, this meta chasing. Like, nah, bro, you found some guys playing a game on YouTube, and it looks awesome. I gotta give it a go. Like, why not? Isn't that such an incredible thing to dive into and a way to play a game?
Yeah, what a great story.
Yeah, simple, clean, and effective. Yo, guys, let's get some Comeback Kid icons in the chat for Joe Brony, man. Show some love. Comeback Kid icons in the chat if you're a member on YouTube. And if you're on Twitch, let's get some Comeback Kid icons in there. Absolutely awesome, man. You love to see it. Palm sweaty. Yeah, man. Eat mom spaghetti and play WoW. That's literally all it is, baby. Shout out to Joe Brony, man. I hope you get to see this in the recording. Much love, buddy. The next one is from our buddy Maverick. This is going to be an interesting one. Let's check out Maverick. Got a nice baseball cap on. Great smile. Looking happy. Great beard. I wish I can grow that out. Some would say this is me in another life. But to those people, I'd say fuck you, because it's not. Moving on. Here we go. We got Maverick in the house, ready to rock and roll. Let's hear Maverick's story. Let's get into it. Maverick, the Tales of Azeroth. How my journey began. I started playing during the Burning Crusade as a Night Elf warrior, and I was hooked right away. I still remember running dead mines for the very first time, coordinating with friends using /say to call out sheep, stuns, and fears. It felt chaotic, but awesome. That warrior eventually became a tank, and I absolutely loved Karazhan. Even though I stepped away before, reaching true endgame due to real-life events, the game always stuck with me. What made me fall in love with World of Warcraft, it was the combination of teamwork, challenge, and the social side of the game. There was something special about learning encounters together, improving as a group, and just hanging out while doing it. When I came back for Wrath of the Lich King as a shaman, that feeling only grew. I played that expansion hard, though I never quite got my Arthas kill despite many attempts. By the way, I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think there's anything better in World of Warcraft than progressing with your guild slowly but surely to get a boss down. Like, that's gotta be one of the coolest feelings. Guys, is there any one of you in the chat that remembers, like, their favorite boss kill ever? Do you have a boss kill, Lance, that you remember that is just like, yeah, I'll never forget that day killing that boss with the guild?
There, actually, Karazhan in TBC Classic for us was pretty sick.
Really?
Even though I don't understand, like, I'm not trying to shit talk people. I don't understand how they could be so bad as to not just stop moving during Flame Wreath. There was something about it that was I think that was my favorite time raiding.
Really?
It wasn't hard. It was chilling. But man, yeah, that was pretty sick.
I think for me, as of recently, was probably Queen and Sarek. Dude, we were progging on that boy for a minute, man.
Shout out Trojan.
It was a long time progging on that bad boy boss. Between doing the call-outs and everything, and getting enough people to fill the group, and, you know, the different phases. And I remember we went into the last phase with, like, half people alive, no battle reses. At least me and you were up, and we eventually got it done. Epic kill. But let's continue. While I still play today, life got busy. Career, marriage, kids. So WoW had to take a back seat for a while. But I would always come back here and there just to check in on the game that I've loved for nearly 20 years. Recently, I reconnected with a friend from my Burning Crusade days, and we've started playing the new expansion together. Even though we now live on opposite sides of the country, we'll still make time to hang out in-game. It has revived an old friendship and helped create new ones. One thing that really helped me stick with it now is the accessibility, like the one-button casting. I do not have the time I used to perfect my rotations. Kamikazes, thank you for the follow. Sorry about that, buddy. I don't have the time to perfect my rotations, and I'm okay with that. It lets me enjoy the game on my terms, and I'm still regularly beating higher geared players on the damage meter. That's pretty funny. Yo, what an awesome story, dude. Listen,
It's another W story.
it just goes to show that WoW, for a lot of people, even though you put it down, you give it some time, you let it marinate, you let it rest, it could always come back at the end of the day, you know?
It's still home.
Still home.
Still home for a lot of people. For some people, it's a brand new home.
Yeah, it's an awesome feeling, I gotta say. I love that sort of thing. I really do.
And I think that's when WoW is at its... Man, you know... Maybe the game being a little bit easy right now is good.
Maybe.
Maybe it doesn't have to be this thing where people need to sweat. And listen, if you want to play... Look, there is that high-end gameplay. There still is the Mythic. You can still push high Mythic Plus. But maybe the raids don't have to be that hard.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it doesn't have to be like Mana Forge Omega where you get stuck on the third boss in Heroic for a week.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't need to be that.
No, I agree. I don't think there's anything wrong with the game being a little bit easier, man. Because let me tell you something. World of Warcraft can be very fucking hard. Retail. Like, if you want it to be, some mythic bosses feel impossible.
By the way, did you get that down last night?
No, that's like 30%.
Nice.
Couldn't do it. Tough fight, by the way. For real. Tough fight. Awesome. Shout out to Maverick, man. What a W story. His Tale of Azeroth was
Guys,
worthy.
let's get some comeback kids in the chat for Maverick, please.
It was worthy. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have Zykin in the chat. He's stepping up to the plate with his Tale of Azeroth. This is going to be an interesting one. Guys, I didn't check this story. I don't know if it's moderated. I don't know. He could say some wild shit in this story.
This looks like a guy who would say some wild shit.
He looks like he's gonna have a good time at the Moonguard in you know, Moonguard, Realm, Goldshire. He's rocking and rolling. Evokers, Worgans, little goblin, gnome going like this. Like, I don't know, who knows? But anyways, let's hear his story. Holy, wait up.
What are you doing?
Yo, hold on. I need to make sure this is right. Wow, okay, hold on a second. I need to start it at 1. This is moving way too quick. For some reason, there's no indentation. We both started working, we used it. What about it? No, that's not right. Hold on, guys, give me a second. Forgive me.
We'll get this figured out. Man, you know, I think this could be my favorite segment that we do. Because I really love getting to highlight you guys. You know, I think that's so cool when we get the opportunity to do that for you all. Really love that, man. Really love that. It also lets your guildies get to know you guys a little bit more, especially if you're newer to the guild. It's a good way for people to kind of see you as a human being and not just another number. I mean, you know, over 1,000 people in the guild, it's easy to just become a number. So it's pretty cool, man.
Okay, I'm going to start off the story 1 second because, like, the front of it is just not animating properly. Give me, like, 1 second. I have to just read the top. Zykin's story. because the first one is the first little small snippet is not working. My World of Warcraft story started in 2012. I was in high school. I remember driving one of my friends to GameStop so we can both buy a copy of Mist of Pandaria. It was awesome. We had both just started working and would use one of our first paychecks on it. We joined a bunch of other friends from school and all made Tar-N and called ourselves the WoW Cows. There you guys can see at the top, we're caught up now. It was a blast running around with everyone. I fell in love with WoW because of the world and the combat system. While I was away from WoW, I tried other games, but nothing ever scratched that MMORPG itch the same way. I love having a ton of buttons to press. Most other games just didn't have that. What keeps me coming back to WoW is the content. I enjoy everything from leveling a new alt to running raids with a guild before joining CBK. I hadn't really tried Mythic Plus or raiding before, and honestly, those were the missing pieces for me. And now that I'm experiencing all levels of group content, I'm seeing WoW in a completely new way, and I'm glad I finally found a guild. Listen, is a man of few words, but I gotta say, thank you for the story. The W story, it's a little hard because, like, I do remember, like, my first impressions of playing WoW, but I never had that sort of hype feeling of, like, going to the store and buying it, seeing the commercials and all that. You know what I mean, Lance? Sort of get that thought process with me?
Yeah. The first time I remember even knowing a new actually, no, that's not true, because I remember when Wrath of the Lich King was coming out, it was a big deal because people were preparing to get Death Knights. People were talking about it. I remember our friend Brandon was like, yo, we got to get to level 55 so we could have a Death Knight. Like, yo, we have to do this. I have to be a Death Knight. He had his Death Knight name and everything planned out before.
The midnight release for BC and Wrath were wild. Yeah, I'm sure. Looking on these stories brings back a lot of the feelings from the old days at the people you have played with. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sure. And that's why we love, having this sort of segment so you guys can get that sort of feeling too.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah, it's true. We got Night Terror's story in the chat. Can I get some hypes in the chat for Night Terror? I'm pretty sure Night Terror /
Amun-Ra.
Amun-Ra, yeah. Is it
Saint Brown?
That's
Saint Brown.
Let's get into it. Let's hear his tale of Azeroth. In the summer of 2005, right after high school, I went off to college. And at first, I felt really out of place. I left my friends behind, and it took a while before I found my people. Then one evening, a classmate suggested we try World of Warcraft. I wasn't sure at first, but I gave it a chance. That night, I made a druid, and as I wandered through Teldrassil, something just clicked. I healed the group through a tough fight, and suddenly, felt like I was part of something bigger. From then on, I became the healer for my guild, leading us through Molten Core, Blackwing Lair, and even the vast halls of Ahn'Qiraj. We fought side by side, and I grew with them. But when the Burning Crusade started, the guild began to fall apart. We lost that sense of unity, and for a while, I drifted, jumping between guilds through Serpent Shrine Caverns, Gruul's Lair, Tempest Keep, and even Black Temple, always searching for that same spark. Then, when Wrath of the Lich King arrived, my friends and I pushed through it together. My brother, my guildmates, we finished every raid. But as time passed, even that group started to slip away. For a long time after that, I played alone. Just me and the game. That's tough. Going from playing with a ton of guildies to playing alone.
Enough to make you want to quit the game.
For real. Until one day, I met my wife. She was curious and she jumped in with me, and it was like I was coming home now. We played together, and I found a real sense of belonging again. And today, I'm part of a guild called the Comeback Kids, a place full of friends, new and old. And for the first time in a long while, I know I found a home. Wow. What a story. I love that. I love that story. Absolute W. Guys, let's get some Comeback Kids icons in the chat, dude. Let me tell you something. By the way, we have a couple stories. Like next week, we have Juan Epstein's story, by the way. Juan, I haven't read your story fully. But you got a good lengthy story, and I'm excited to dive into that. I'm excited. We have a couple really good story. Love you too, buddy.
You know, I want to say something about that story.
Shout out to you, man. Love you,
I think a lot of us as WoW players can kind of relate to that. Right? Where maybe you didn't feel at home or maybe you did feel out of place in your life. Right? And a lot of times, WoW was that thing that kind of gave you... Like, I remember growing up, WoW was the thing that made me feel like I had purpose.
What do you mean? It make you feel a part of something too? Like, listen, man, I'm not the guy to have the most friends ever. Like, I was a little bit socially awkward growing up until, you know, just recently having a channel. Now I could just be open anyways. But growing up, yeah, no, I didn't have a lot of friends. Also, had a lot of tough times. And let me ask you guys this question. How many times did World of Warcraft... How many times was it there for you to get you out of a tough time? Like, for real, though, no bullshit. Like, I'm talking to, like, a real tough time in your life, and you're like, you just have WoW to help you at least get your mind off for a second, get you through it, and just enjoy it for a minute. You know what I mean?
I mean, 100%.
Dude, I couldn't tell you how many times World of Warcraft... Bro, when Mom, the whole situation with Mom, you know, that whole passing, holy shit, WoW saved my life.
100%.
We're talking about some of the darkest days I've ever had personally.
Samantha, no, it's okay.
No,
And listen, I get it. And, you know, me and Sky, we had the fact that we would go into this world together, and it's like, whatever happened, it's like, no, we get to be the heroes of Azeroth.
God bless you, Samantha, by the way. But no, it's true. It's true. 100% probably saved my life. 100% me. Still does a lot for me.
It still is, yeah. That's what's
Mary.
beautiful about World of Warcraft. And for a lot of us, it's not just a game.
Yeah.
Some of my characters on my account, they're like little siblings. Like, losing some of those guys would be like a gut punch.
That'd be pretty devastating. What do you mean? By the way, it's not even just the characters, it's...
The memories that come with it.
It's the memories, and it's the guild mates, and it's like... A lot. A lot. Not gonna lie. A lot.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, man, that's why I love MMORPGs the most, because, you know, the people you're with, the people you meet, and, you know, they just stick around. They're not like... You know, let's go queue up a game of like Apex Legends or Fortnite or Call of Duty. Like, they stick around. Like, they're there. Like, I know, like when you play World of Warcraft, it's never like, okay, you're quitting. It's like, it's really just how long until you come back.
How long's your break?
Yeah. Because you don't just quit WoW. A lot of people, like 90% of people come back to play WoW. Like, at
Curiosity, by the way, every time I've
ever
ever quit WoW, the second you start even thinking about it again, you're
cooked.
You're on the time clock before you're back.
Yeah, you're cooked. For sure.
Right now, my sister's going through this scary cancer stuff, and logging on to this has been an incredible escape for when you need to put some shit down. 100%, bro.
Yeah. Sorry
to hear that. That's a tough thing to go through, but yeah, sometimes it's like, let me just take a second, forget about whatever's going on. By the way, if you have a lot of work going on, don't use WoW to forget your work. Get your work done. But sometimes it is good to take a minute from life and just enjoy that. And me and Sky were just talking about today. I think a lot of us nowadays get caught up in WoW, and everything we do have to be to make our character stronger.
Yeah.
But sometimes you need to breathe and remember, it is still World of Warcraft. And I saw someone in the chat earlier said there's no world in the game. Yeah, if you make it be no world, but you could easily go and take a stroll through
World of Warcraft.
Elwyn right now.
It doesn't matter what version of WoW you play. World of Warcraft is exactly what you'd want it to be. You want to be a meta sweat lord, and you know you can do that. If you want to be a casual, you can do that. If you want to be a solo player, you can do that. If you want to be an RPer and guild enjoyer and housing collector and decorate, you can do that. Like, that's what I love about retail WoW. Like, you have the freedom to do and be literally whatever you want, like top to bottom. Like, you can host, like right now, if someone in the Comeback Kids guild and said, yo, I want to host a housing guild event where people come to my house once a month and they participate in challenges and events and goofy things. Like, how much you want to bet people would show up to that?
Yeah.
Like, 100%.
Hey, show of hands in the chat. How many of you guys have made friends with someone in the guild? We get some ones in the chat if any of you guys have made friends with someone in the guild.
Got ones here. Ones right here, baby. I made thousands of friends. Love the friends. You know what I mean?
Okay. I guess I'm wrong. There's only like 4.
Well, no, they're just hearing it. It's a delay on stream. You guys.
That doesn't count. It's got to be other people.
You get the point, though, man. You get the point. I love that segment, dude. I do.
Best segment we do.
We are going to have more of that segment also, guys, next week. Definitely have a lot to go through there as well. When it comes to this week and our schedule, Saturday night, we're going to try to down this boss on AOTC. This is the goal, man. We get this down. We can go back to 2 shows a week. You know, Saturday night show as well as Wednesday night show for Comeback City, which means a lot more content to put out and stuff like that. So, could be fun. Could be exciting. But this Saturday night, got to get this boss down. So, if you guys are interested, man, try to come on down. Let's get them down together. Bring your best. Bring your A game, and it could happen. One of my best friends I made over 15 years ago, and wow, I flew from Florida to Michigan to hang out with him this past winter for the first time.
Love
That's
that.
fucking awesome.
Love
What boss
that.
is it? Laura. Hardest boss. Hardest heroic boss in the game. This shit is ridiculous.
Laura, the wind chime. That
What a
bitch dies this
ridiculous fight. Honestly. Tough boss. Tough boss. Gonna be fun, though. Been gone for a couple months, got caught up in school. I don't know if I'm still in the get. Renee, I know that name. Renee Garcia. I don't know if you are, but if you aren't, we'll get you in there. We just got to get you in the Discord. If you're in the Discord still, we can get you talking. We'll get you right back in. Don't even worry about it. 100%. Don't even worry about it. I'll get you in the main guild, by the way. Or you can just send me a DM and remind me. I'm probably going to forget you. But, all right, guys. That's going to wrap up today's show, man. We went through every segment. We'll hold the memory lane for next week because we're already 21 minutes over time. Yeah, man, amazing show. I love you guys very, very much. That was awesome. Don't forget, we got a lot more content coming soon, so don't be scared to come on down, hang out, and goof off. My name's Sky from the Comeback Kids. Lance.
I'm Lance.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for hanging out in the Comeback City, guys. Peace out. Peace. Love you guys. Peace out.